A scale drawing shows the shape of an object, but it's a different size. A scale ratio gives the ratio of its size to the actual. So it's actually telling you what it is. So a scale ratio gives the ratio of its size to the actual size. So the first number is the its size, the scale size, compared to the second number, which is the actual size in real life. So, for example, if you've got 1 to 14, every 1 inch on the model is how many inches in real life? 14 inches in real life. Because you got 1 to 14. Well, I said 1 to 20. 1 inch on the model would be 20 inches in real life. Very similar, yep. So my dad has a 1 to 18 model of a 1954 Corvette. The model is 9.85 inches long. How long is the real Corvette? So set it up just like a proportion. You've got 1 to 18.
Does the year matter?
The year does not matter. So 1 to 18. 1 is we said it's the model on top, and the bottom is real.
So 9.
Equals, and then it says the model is 9.85 inches long. So is that going to go on top or bottom of the next one? Top, because we keep our units in the same spot. And that's our model. And we don't know the real. So cross, multiply, and divide. And what are my units going to be on that?
Inches.
Inches. Because I've got inches right here. Okay. So set it up as a proportion. Okay, now we're going to geography class. You need to draw a map. And your map needs to have the Appalachian Trail on it. And the Appalachian Trail is 2,180 miles long. But you have to fit that all on an 11-inch piece of paper. What scale would you use?
Appalachian.
Or the Appalachian Trail, depending on if you're who you are.
Appalachian. Mr. Clem just says Appalachian.
Okay.
So,
So you only have 2 numbers, though. Yeah.
So you only have 2 numbers. So we got to figure out the scale. We're going to try to make a unit rate.
Unit.
Okay.
Will you do 280 divided?
And we could do it with all the numbers if we want. Okay.
Oh, you go.
So we could have an 11-inch paper, and we would have a 2,180 mile. This is inches. Mile trail is equal to. We want to have 1 inch on our paper.
Or 198 point. Is that? But I'm so confused here.
Why one?
Right, there's our proportion, right? We are trying to figure out how much is our trail going to take up on paper.
I feel like the math is easy. It's just finding out how to write the proportion. It's hard.
So when we, it was
So
just
cross, multiply, divide.
x
2,180
equals 198.18181818.
equals 198.18, repeating.
182.
So you would have a scale. It's asking what scale would you use. So that's going to have a ratio 1 to, and this is, what are my units here?
Miles and inches.
So 1 inch here. Let me get rid of this. 1 inch on my paper is 198.18 miles in real life. So what I'm hearing is that, okay, that once we get to proportion, the math's pretty easy to figure out. Okay, but we're struggling on how do I make the proportion.
Yeah, and
Okay.
where do you get the numbers? Like how do you
Similar polygons. You know what a polygon is? It's a
how-
shape. It's a shape. It's got to have at least 3 sides. Okay. So a polygon, similar polygon, it is same shape, but maybe different size. It can be the same size. It'd be similar still, but it'd be same shape, different size. The lengths of the side, when you have similar polygons, the lengths of the sides, the side lengths fit a proportion. So again, we're going to continue to set up proportions. So I have 2 similar triangles. So you get questions that say, what's the missing length if it's a similar figure? Or you'll get ones that say, are these similar? So set up a proportion. Okay? So in this case, we're going to call this triangle my small triangle. And this is my large triangle. Is that fair? You don't always have to call them small and large, but for note purposes, we're just going to call them that. We're going to set up a small to large ratio. So you're going to have small to large. So in my triangle here, I have this number 2. What number would that be representative on the large one? The 15. So the small one of 2 and the large of 15.
There's no other numbers. There's X. Yeah, but then
So
still-
I want to figure out this x value here, right?
So wait,
So the x is on which triangle, the small or the large?
large.
The large. So is that going to go top or bottom?
Um,
Bottom, because I'm keeping my larges together. So that's how you'd set up a proportion for a missing side of a similar figure.
And then you just put 1.
Nope. You would then look here and what number is corresponding to the x? That 5. So that 5 goes right there.
then you cross multiply and
Okay.
and then you get the answer.
The 7 is not needed because it doesn't. There's no number that lines up with it, and no. I could put a y here. We could say, hey, what's y, right? They might ask you to find multiple sides.
Okay.
So in this case, though, we would just cross multiply 15 times 5 divided by 2.
37.5. You cross multiply and divide and get an answer of 37.5.
37.
37.5.
Yeah. 37.
Should be a
Okay, and you might want to put x equals, but